Hello, welcome to the AFCON series. Today, we profile the host country, La Côte d'Ivoire.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Les Elephants, or the Elephants as they are popularly called, the Côte d'Ivoire will be making their 25th appearance at the AFCON this year. Since making their debut in 1965, Ivory Coast have won the Africa Cup on 2 occasions. Their first time was in 1992 against Ghana. Coincidentally, their second time, which was their most recent triumph, was in 2015 against the same Ghana. Let me give you an interesting fact about how Ivory Coast win the AFCON. So they've won it 2 times, all 2 times against Ghana. And in both times they won against Ghana, the match traveled all the way to penalties. And every single player on the pitch took a penalty kick. So that's how deep Ivory Coast have to travel before they won their 2 AFCON trophies. Now in 2023, Côte d'Ivoire have named their 27-man squad for the AFCON, which features just 2 players as survivors from the team which won the AFCON in 2015. So the right back Serge Aurier was there in 2015, and then also the forward that Max Alan Gradel was also present in 2015. Let's get into the 23-man squad for Ivory Coast, and let's start first with the goalkeepers. First, we have Yahia Fofana, who plays for Angers. He is predominantly their first choice goalkeeper. Then also we do have Charles Foley, who plays for ASEC Mimosas. He was the local player called into the national team. Then finally, Bandra Ali Sangari, who was the first choice goalkeeper at the last AFCON in 2021, but it seems he's now been relegated to second choice goalkeeper. For the defenders called by the Ivory Coast, we do have Serge Aurier, who plays for Nottingham Forest. Also, Willy Bolly, he also plays for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Ismail Diao plays for Hajduk in that's Croatia. Ousmane Diomande plays for Sporting Lisbon, that's in Portugal. Gislan Konan plays for Al Fayha in Saudi Arabia. Ivan Indika plays for AS Roma, that's in Italy. Odilon Kosunu plays for Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, and Wilfred Singo plays for AS Monaco in France. So a very strong backline for the Ivory Coast. And in midfielders, they also do have Frank Yannick-Kessié, who plays for Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. Also Ibrahim Sangari, who plays for Nottingham Forest in the English Premier League. Also Sekou Fofana, he plays for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Amani Lazari plays for USJ in Belgium, was also called up. Idrissa Doumbia plays for Alanyaspor in Turkey. And Jean-Michel Seri, who plays for Hull City in the English Championship, was also called up. For the forward lines, this is where the numbers are stacked in. They have 10 players called up. Simon Adingra, he plays for Brighton and Hove Albion in England. Jonathan Bamba plays for Celta Vigo in Spain. Jeremy Boga plays for OGC Nice, that's in the French league. Sebastian Haller plays for Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Then Karim Konate, who is the budding striker, plays for RB Salzburg in Austria. Christian Kwame also plays for Fiorentina, that's in Italy. Jean-Philippe Crasso plays for Red Star Belgrade in Serbia. Max Alan Gradel plays for Gaziantep in Turkey. Umar Diakite plays for Stade Reims in French League. And Niklas Pepe plays for Trabzonspor in Turkey. So out of the 27 players called for Ivory Coast, 13 of them are making their debut. This is their first AFCON, which means about 50% of the Ivorian team are practically new to the Africa Cup. But as I mentioned, the Ivory Coast are expected to be in full brute force in the attack, where a lot of the experiences and also the big names are stacked at. There are some notable omissions in the Ivory Coast team. First of all, I think the most common name is Wilfred Zaha. So Zaha switched to play for Ivory Coast in 2016, and since making that switch, he's played at every single AFCON. So he played at the 2017 AFCON, he played at the 2019 AFCON, also played at the 2021 AFCON. But this time in 2023, Ivory Coast will be without Wilfred Zaha. Also, they'll be without Hamed Traoré, now who plays for Bournemouth. He is currently not fit at the moment, so he couldn't make the squad for the Africa Cup of Nations, but he was also there in AFCON 2021, so another experienced member being missed by the Ivory Coast. Eric Bailly is also missing from the AFCON list, quite experienced player in the team. Also Maxwell Cornet, another experienced player in the team who didn't make the AFCON squad. And then locally in Africa, Pacome Zouzoua, who is on red hot form for, that is Yanga in the Tanzania League, couldn't make the squad for Ivory Coast. So let me give you a prediction of the starting 11 for the Ivorian national team for the AFCON. In post, we expect the young, that is Yahia Fofana, to start as the goalkeeper for Ivory Coast. The right back position should be a stern competition between the veteran Serge Aurier and also the youngster Wilfred Singo, but we expect that is Serge Aurier to maintain the spot and also start as the right back. In centre back pairing, there's a lot of competition for these 2 spots. They have places for youngsters like Kosunu and also Diomande to start, but the veterans, of course, in the teams is Willy Bolly and then Ivan Indika. We expect these 2 players to start as the starting centre-backs for the Ivory Coast. And playing the left-back role should be Kislan Conlan. In midfield, we expect the untouchable trio of, that is, Sekou Fofana, Frank Yannick Kessie, and then Ibrahima Sangare. These three men to sit in midfield of Ivory Coast. Then in attack, if everyone is fit, playing on the right should be the youngster Simon Edingra. Then playing on the left-hand side of the attack should be Christian Kwame. And playing right through the middle should be the experienced striker Sebastian Haller. So the host nation are in Group A. That's, of course, the first group with three-time champions Nigeria, also Equatorial Guinea, who were quarter-finalists in the previous AFCON, and then Guinea-Bissau, who have made it to 4 consecutive appearances at the AFCON. They begin their fixtures by first playing against Guinea-Bissau. That's the first fixture on the 13th of January on Saturday. Then 5 days later, they play against Nigeria. I think this is a must-watch game in this group. Ivory Coast versus Nigeria. That's on the 18th of January. And then on the 22nd of January, they play the final group game against Equatorial Guinea. So if you know this is a very, very tough group for, that is the Ivory Coast, we expect them to have a very strong start. That's on their first game against Guinea-Bissau, win that game, which will boost them to win their subsequent games. And we expect the Ivory Coast as host nation to top this group, possibly clinch on 9 points in this group. But because the Ivorian team is generally 50% a new team and also 50% of experienced players, we don't really expect them to win the title, but we expect them to go as far as possible. So final prediction is Ivory Coast minimum to reach the semi-final, and then the maximum is to reach the final and lose that final. But this is only a prediction. You can also tell us your prediction in the comment section below.